Democrats start screaming, affordability, affordability. They're the ones that caused the problem. I'll tell you one thing. They got one good line of bullshit. That's one thing I'll say.
Bro, I'm tired of fucking winning. $100 didn't even fill my fucking tank.
Is my part of town the only one on the entire damn planet where gasoline is $6.30? Like, can I get a damn break? I'm looking at these videos and people are like, I couldn't fill up my tank. It was $4.15. Where? Let me know. And what pisses me off the most is some of you absolute idiots or the liberals. It's the liberal babes. What?
If your favorite phrase is "but Biden," let me fill you in on some information. When gas prices were high under Biden, that was because of a global pandemic. Gas prices being high right now under Trump are directly caused because of Trump, because he started this war in Iran. It's all his fault.
You want to know what it feels like to be a truck driver in Trump's America? There you go. There you go. It just keeps going up and up and up and up and up. This was yesterday, by the way. You want to know what the total was? You want to know what I had to pay for one fill-up? That much. Over $800 for one fill-up. And I wasn't even empty. I still had a quarter tank of fuel left. I was just being smart about where I filled up, and I went to the cheapest possible place I could go, counting the discounts that I get for working with the carrier that I do. And if you think that these trucking companies are just going to eat that cost, the goal is to make a profit. I'm out here to make money to feed my family. I can't just eat that cost, which means the freight rates have to go up, which means that it costs more for the manufacturer to ship their goods to the store so that you can buy it. And which means and the manufacturer's not going to eat that cost because their profits are too fucking precious. And we know the store isn't going to eat that cost because their profits are too fucking precious. So who do you think is going to end up paying the difference? I mean, you're already feeling it. Hell, the cost of the fuel in and of itself is a product of that system. But America first. And the screwed up thing is the other day, and I'm sure a lot of you saw this, he said, I don't think about American families. Yeah.
Across America, millions of families are feeling squeezed like never before. Gas prices are rising. Groceries cost more every week. Rent keeps climbing. And insurance bills are draining paychecks faster than people can earn them. Trump promised relief on day one, lower prices, and a stronger economy. But for many people, life feels harder. Workers are exhausted from living paycheck to paycheck. Parents are skipping meals to feed their children. And even many voters who supported Trump are now asking, how are we supposed to survive like this? Let's have a look.
I know I'm not the only one that saw grocery prices rise right along with gas prices. Well, now I don't feel so gaslighted because according to NBC News, grocery prices have jumped more in April than in the last 4 years. Now, NBC News said after weeks of warnings that the Iran war would drive up U.S. food prices, the numbers are finally in. The Bureau of Labor Statistics has said the category called food at home, which means your store bit, that shit has rose 0.7%. It doesn't seem like a lot individually, but when you get to that goddamn register, baby, that shit adds up. The increase marked the biggest 1 month jump in grocery prices in 4 years. And it seems like fresh veggies took the hardest hit. It said on an annualized basis, fresh vegetable prices are more than 44% higher today than they were 3 months ago. That means even the store brand is higher. I mean, even bread and milk has increased 8 and 5% over the time period. And NBC is reporting that coffee and beef are tied to the Iran war and other factors like severe weather in Brazil and Vietnam. Those two countries, they produce most of our coffee and they're in a coffee bean shortage. It also includes shipping costs, which has increased during the war because there's a shortage in oil. I don't really care about beef, but I know y'all do. But beef and veal, Their prices have increased because they have a shortage in cattle. Ranchers having weak profits, higher operating costs due to fuel and energy. They're leaving the business. While our wages decrease, our inflation goes high. So not only are Americans tightening their pockets at the gas station, they're going to have to tighten it up at the grocery store too. If this war doesn't end soon, man, I don't know what to say. We all going to be at the food bank.
In Georgia, things are so expensive. The average price for a gallon of gas, $4.05. Why? Donald Trump's war on Iran. Grocery prices, more expensive. Why? Donald Trump's tariffs, and we have the economic data to prove it. We have to change direction because I'm telling you, this administration has done nothing, especially for rural Georgians. I almost guarantee you, you are worse off right now than you were a year ago today. You have gained nothing. They're spending $1 billion a day on war. They've given tax cuts to the wealthy. It's the slowest pace of hiring in 25 years, not including COVID. If you live in Georgia, if you live in my home state, you should call your Republican representatives and ask, whose side are you on? Ours or Donald Trump and his buddies? Please.
I can't fucking handle this. Y'all better strap yourself in for this one. So, what do you know? We get the old letter in the mail from the insurance company. My insurance for my car just went up to $389 per month. I am a 42-year-old male, 0 accidents, 0 tickets, in a 16-year-old vehicle. What the fuck? It damn near doubled. I got paid from TikTok today, so I go out, I paid my bills, I went grocery shopping. 1 pound of butter was $13. A gallon of milk was $8.99. A pound of ground beef was $15.99. Don't even get me going on the fucking paper towels or napkins. A roll of 4 paper towels, guys, $23. Toilet paper, you might as well work a second job just to afford that. All my money is basically gone at this point. I mean, I use spreadsheets. I budget for everything. How the fuck do you budget when you go go shopping the next day, in 5 days down the road, and shit is doubled in price? Every time I go into the grocery store, I literally cringe because I'm like, well, what the fuck are they gonna, what are prices gonna be today? This is crazy. Gas, remember I told you guys I made a video? It was 6 days ago. It was last Saturday. I made a video. Gas was $4.89 a gallon. For a regular, excuse me. I was coughing before. It dropped down to $4.29, I believe. A couple days later, I made a video on that. 87 octane is now $5.09 a gallon. When I tell you, analysts are reporting that gas is going to be at $7 for a national average by Memorial Weekend. They said gas is on the incline, steady incline, until Memorial Weekend. And don't even blow that smoke up my ass saying until Memorial, like it's going to go down. You guys are just saying until, so that I don't even know why. You don't give a fuck about us. Nobody does. The president doesn't care. Nobody cares. Things, last week we thought prices were exuberant. It's like, well, here we are. What about this week? We're here now. They're even higher. And then next week, nobody's getting raises at work, are we? Is anybody getting a fucking raise? Not a person. I don't even know how to survive. I don't want to just wake up and work all day, all night. Do it again. I'm so fucking exhausted.
This is absolutely going to blow your mind. Trump supporters, I hope you're listening. Trump supporters look at Democrats and they say, oh my God, Democrats are claiming the sky is falling down when it comes to increased prices, specifically grocery prices, because like maybe 40 to 45% of prices in grocery stores have gone up, which is like a lot due to the tariffs. But roughly half of the grocery prices remain the same. I was comparing my grocery prices last December to this time, and they remain the same. And I kept thinking, who do I thank for that? Who do we thank? The grocery stores, the food manufacturers? And then I just had my eyes opened. Those prices went up too. Are you hearing me, Trump supporters? It's called shrinkflation. Shrinkflation is when they keep the price the same, but they give us less of that product. That's not factored into inflation numbers. Do you hear me? I'm going to give you a list. It's a huge list. I'm just going to rattle off a few. Bounty paper towels, since January of this year, were reduced from 120 sheets down to 100. Scott toilet paper reduced from 100 sheets down to 900. Kleenex facial tissues dropped from 160 down to 144. Ziploc sandwich bags from 280 down to 270. Cascade dishwasher pods dropped from 52 pods down to 47 pods. Doritos from 9.75 ounces down to 9.25 ounces. Chip-Ahoy cookies from 13 ounces down to 11.7 ounces. My God, it goes on and on. Breyer's ice cream from 64 ounces down to 48 ounces. Kellogg's.
All right, Trumpers, come and get me. Hey, listen, I want you to look at this. $103 is what it costs to get gas these days. And the Trump administration says they're doing so well. Yeah, right. I don't believe that for a second. Because right now, it's $4.09 a gallon. Premium is almost $5 a gallon. Look at that. Oh, but the Trump administration. Oh, yeah, they're just doing so great. I'm pretty sure you guys voted for cheaper gas, right? I'm pretty sure you voted for cheaper eggs, too, huh? And cheaper stuff at the store. Well, guess what? All your stuff's going up at the stores for these ridiculous gas prices like this. So you get what you pay for around here when you vote for people. And then everybody's like, this man is like, Jesus. Look, you see these gas prices? You think Jesus wants us to pay this kind of gas? I don't think so.
Man, $5 for fucking gas on the East Coast is insane. Like, the cost of living is really fucking high as shit. This is the highest I ever seen it. I'm only 26 years old, man. Like, cause some older people would tap in with me and like tell me, has it ever been bad like this in terms of the pricing and the cost of living, rent, groceries? Like, has it ever been this high before in history? I remember when I was like 8 years old and the Bush administration was in office and gas was like $4, but fucking cigarettes was $4 back then. So that was all, you know what I mean? It was a real different time.
So I've lived in Missouri my entire life. Like, I got, my driver's license when I was 16, living in Washington, Missouri. And, I spent most of college in St. Charles, and now I live in Hazelwood, North County, St. Louis area. I have never in my life seen gas over $4 a gallon in this state. And, I go to Costco to get gas. So, at least yesterday it was $3.99.99 at Costco. But today it's finally over $4. That was a first. I have never seen gas get over $4 in Missouri. This is insane. Like, what is this going to do to our economy? Like, people are going to get to the point where they're having to choose, like, do I, call into work or spend the last, money I have on a tank of gas so that I can get to work? Like, I hope that's not going to happen to me, but Jesus, dude, this is ridiculous.
I know we have over-talked this subject, and I hate to be another person to say it, but the way that gas is over $6 a gallon is really affecting my life, man. It's less food in my refrigerator. We've downsized to one car. It's a lot. And thank God we only use one car right now, because if you can afford, and I mean afford time-wise, like, you don't have to be in a rush to go somewhere, take the bus, take the train. I mean, this is too much. For the first time, I am seeing over $5 for the gas. Normally, I pay like around $3, $3.50 or whatever. So definitely an increase in price. And I just want to see how much I will be paying, because, for reference, I had probably an eighth of a tank. So we're going to see. We're currently passing by the normal amount of what I typically would pay. I usually would pay like around $45 or so to fill up my tank. and that used to last me for like a week and a half. So we have fully passed that, and it is going by as fast as it possibly can. Lord have mercy. This is ridiculous. Like, I know people have been complaining, and I know I've been complaining a lot myself, and I'm really trying not to, because I just, at a certain point, I don't think it's healthy to harp on this stuff all the time. But good God, like, especially as a 90s baby, like, knowing how much this stuff typically used to cost, and just seeing the astronomical amounts of things that have now been priced out. Look at that. Look at that. Almost $75 when I used to pay around $45. This is insanity.
Guys, I'm being so dead serious when I say that these gas prices might be what tips me over the edge. Like, I'm about to fucking lose it. I'm about had it and I can't do it anymore.
Gas prices are changing how people live. Americans are carrying long drives, canceling trips, avoiding vacations, and thinking twice before even visiting family members. Truck drivers, delivery workers, and small business owners are carrying huge pressure every single day. Then there is housing. Rent has become unbearable in many places across the country. Young adults are moving back in with parents because they cannot afford apartments. Families are cramming into small homes together just to survive. Some people are one emergency away from homelessness. And while all this is happening, politicians are focused on foreign wars, spending billions of dollars overseas, and political fighting in Washington, while people back home are struggling to afford groceries and keep the lights on. Whether people support Republicans or even Democrats, many are starting to share the same frustration. People feel ignored by the people in power, and the frustration is growing, especially among Trump voters who believe things would improve quickly. Because I believe that's the main reason many voted for him. But now many feel disappointed, angry, and discouraged because their daily reality has not improved. Some are now turning on Trump and regretting their vote because when your rent rises again, when groceries become unaffordable, when your insurance bills doubles, when you're choosing between food and bills, politics become personal. Americans are emotionally drained right now. People are tired of hearing politicians blame each other every day while ordinary citizens suffer. They are tired of being told the economy is doing great while their bank accounts say otherwise. Because the truth is, many Americans no longer feel like they're living. They feel like they're surviving. And when people are stressed, it destroys mental health. Financial pressure destroys marriages and families. People begin losing trust in institutions, leaders, and even in the future itself. This is why this issue matters so deeply, because it's about human lives. Americans want leadership that focuses on the struggles of ordinary Americans. They want leaders who understand what it feels like to stand at a gas pump praying the car does not decline. Americans are not asking for luxury. They simply want a fair chance to live without constantly drowning in bills. Thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share. Have a good one. I'll see you in the next video.